Hello, I'm Dave Karger. I am here to take a moment before our next film, Sleepless in Seattle, to express our immense sadness at the loss of one of the film's stars, a man who was also one of the greatest cinematic storytellers of his generation, Rob Reiner. My fellow hosts and I recorded this conversation before the untimely passing of Rob and his wife, Michelle, on December 14th, and we will have a full tribute to Rob on TCM in the coming weeks. Rob Reiner was a great friend of ours at TCM. He was an actor, filmmaker, and activist who often appeared on the network and at our film festival to discuss his work, wit, and wisdom. We will always be grateful to him while we continue to mourn, and we will also be grateful that his work and talent continues to live on, including in the form of his charming performance in this film. So here are my fellow TCM hosts and I discussing Sleepless in Seattle.
It is midnight on the East Coast. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to 2026. Will it be better than 2025? The bar is low. So we've seen Norman Jewison's Only You earlier tonight, and we started with Bridget Jones's Diary, and now we get to what is in the canon of great romantic comedies. I suspect that Sleepless in Seattle is pretty consistently close to the top of the list, at least from the era.
Yeah, and great for us. A great fit for us at TCM because it is such an homage to The Dirty Dozen. I mean, An Affair to Remember. And it feels classic. It feels timeless, but it also feels, because of Nora Ephron, just so pointed and so of its time. I adore it. I think we all do.
I think she pulls off such a magic trick by having this romantic comedy between two people who don't even talk until the end, and then they barely even talk, but it's still completely romantic. Nora Ephron said she wanted to talk about these ideas that we're fed in romantic movies, such as An Affair to Remember, the notions we have about romance given to us in movies.
That's your problem. You don't want to be in love. You want to be in love in a movie.
That's how I felt my entire life. And I watched Sleepless in Seattle, and it does the exact same thing.
Right. So I love Bridget Jones's Diary, but one of the things I complained about was that she was sort of, a little bit too bumbling. And then in Only You, I didn't really buy that those two people were in love. And I thought she was too silly for this, being obsessed with what had happened with a, little game her brother was playing when she was a kid, that she should meet this guy, Damon Bradley. I think what is pulled off brilliantly here is the very smart things that you guys were talking about, this dream and this idea of romance that is societally embedded in women, right? But here, there's never a moment, even though Meg Ryan as Annie does some kooky, outlandish things.
A little creepy at times.
Sure,
Yes,
but
little stalkery.
but it never feels, because she even knows it's stalkery. So that's why she won't. So she doesn't approach. She doesn't call. She realizes that she's probably come too close to the line, and she backs off. So to me, this accomplishes what is clearly so difficult, and gets her to clearly believe in this myth, but never act like a lunatic. Act like a composed, real person with a real job.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I think another thing that contributes to that is making Tom Hanks a father, so that she's not just approaching some guy. She sees him with his son. And that requires like a different kind of respect for who he is and a kind of boundary. And I have to say, what I love the most about this movie is the father-son relationship. There's so much maturity and like honesty that they have between each other. I think it's a very rare kind of representation of a father-son relationship.
And Ross Malinger, the child actor, is just so great.
Yeah, and the whole premise of the son calling up the radio station because he's worried about his dad is such a sweet idea.
And how much is that a thing from a 30s film? I mean, that is the most old screwball comedy thing about it, is the kid. But it's great because it's so well written. That relationship between father and son is so well written that it really pays off. The kid doesn't come off like a gimmick when he is clearly necessary to the plot for the very reasons you talk about it. It makes her more human as well. So,
and that wasn't originally in the script. Originally, the Tom Hanks character calls. And it was through the revision and bringing other writers on. This is an example of a movie that actually was helped by having additional writers on it, I think. And it was later on in the development process that it got changed, and then they decided to have the little boy make the phone call.
A couple quick things. One is that obviously we've mentioned Tom Hanks' name, but it's a sign of how great he is. Just gifted Jimmy Stewart like he is, that we haven't made a fuss over him because it's just what we expect.
exactly.
Like he just delivers what
he delivers
Yeah.
exactly what
Charming.
is needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So charming, so vulnerable, funny as well. It was easy to fall in love with.
You mentioned it earlier. You guys were talking about it with Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, Renee Zellweger. You said it directly about Robert Downey Jr. I think it applies, we all think, to Marissa Tomei, too. So when TCM fans say, there are no stars like they used to, I instantly bristle, because there are so many stars who, if they had been around in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, would have been movie stars then. There's no question. I think it applies to Tom Hanks, applies to Meg Ryan, and
Yes.
we referenced it right at the beginning. You did, Dave, with the Dirty Dozen joke. The best scene in the movie might belong to Rita Wilson,
Oh,
who is just.
absolutely.
That's how I feel every time
Yeah.
I watch an
Yeah.
adventure. Remember the legs?
Yeah.
Look at the blanket, and he doesn't know. And you're trying to explain. I've done that so many times. I'm trying to explain why a movie is romantic, and people are just looking at me
And
like,
then after that, and then they make fun of her, and she's mad
Yeah.
until she laughs at them too, like until she
Yeah,
knows that
great.
it's all sweet and it's all a bunch of
So
people
great.
who love movies. So let's watch it. Dave, what year is it from?
1993.
Thank you. From 1993, written and directed by Nora Ephron. Here are Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Rita Wilson, Victor Garber, Victor Gerber, Gerber,
Garber.
Victor
All right, got
Garber.
it.
Should have just stuck with it. And as the son,
Ross Malinger.
that's what I was gonna say.
Rob Reiner.
Who?
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner. Look at that. They don't even need me. Sleepless. Is it Sleepless in Seattle? Is that right?
I think that's the movie.
Sleepless in Seattle. Back with my friends and fellow TCM hosts, Dave, Alicia, Eddie, Jacqueline.
Are you crying, Ben? I think I see a couple of tears there.
Oh, I mean, no question, I cried during Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
I love romantic comedies. I love good romantic comedies. I mean, first of all, the way they handle grief. I mean, this is a guy grieving. And, Carrie Lowell plays his wife, who's obviously only in his dreams. It's just a very kind, gentle way that it's approached. And,
Yeah.
he's an incredibly human actor.
I mean,
And,
Jonah saying, "I'm worried I'm going to forget her. I'm already forgetting her." I mean, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
And he doesn't, and Nora, I said, written and directed by Nora Ephron. She co-wrote the script. Obviously, she's the driving creative force behind this movie. But Jeff Arch had the original story. David S. Ward, who wrote The Sting, and Major League contributed to this as well. So again, collaborative effort of a lot of great people to come up with a movie this good. But that moment is a great moment. That is a moment where I cry when when he says that I'm beginning to forget her. And I mean, I think about that now, and I'm a grown man, and I forget things about my father. And Tom Hanks has no quick response to that. There is no, oh, don't be silly. You're gonna.
Yeah.
He knows, of course, he's gonna forget her. He was too young.
And then tells her that great
so he just-
anecdote. Tells him
So
that
he just tells a
anecdote.
sweet
Yes.
story about her, about the
Yes.
apple, this thing that you wouldn't, because he'll probably now always remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really lovely.
Do you know, also, when I was watching this again, because it had been a while, given the fact that Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan have 2 minutes of screen time together in this movie, and they're not together till the very end, essentially, I really marveled at how Nora Ephron made us as an audience believe that they were meant to be together
Yeah.
by simply having this beautiful Mark Shaman score, a shot of Tom Hanks kind of sitting looking wistfully,
Yeah.
and a shot of Meg Ryan kind of sitting looking wistfully. And that tells us as an audience, through the magic of film, we believe that they should be together.
Exactly. It's the framing. It's the editing. I was reading something about
It's
her.
Jonah looking at them both, right?
Yes.
He's like,
He understands.
Yeah,
that
he
too.
understands.
right,
There's a story that I read where Nora Ephron said that she took a door that was used on the set of Tom Hanks's house and then shipped it over to the set of Meg Ryan's house, a detail that the audience might not ever see, but that they're going out and in the same door felt symbolic to her and a
Interesting.
way to kind of connect them, maybe subconsciously for us. But you're right, you don't think that they're apart for the most of the movie because of the way that it's edited
I
and
love
framed.
that. And you also see Meg Ryan peeling an apple
Yes, you
earlier
do.
in the movie.
Yeah.
oh, I didn't get that.
So
Oh,
there's
touches.
another little touch that connects them.
It's crazy that, of course, it's only 2 minutes, and how many words they say to each other?
Yeah.
6? Like,
They
it's
just look
almost
at
nothing.
each other.
They just look, it's you,
Mm,
right?
mm.
And then we should go. And then she has what she would really think of, does he mean him and Jonah? Or does he mean all of us, right? And there's a heads, right? And then he's like, Shelley. Oh, come on.
And
Yeah.
she says hi to Jonah first.
She says hi to
Yes.
Jonah
Which
first.
is the
Before
right
she
thing
even
to
says
do.
hi to Sam.
Also, Bill Pullman. Walter.
Poor Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman, the
Yeah,
podiatrist.
He's so good.
Bill Pullman, the
Bill
podiatrist.
Pullman is always great in everything, but that was the one
charming.
thing in the movie that stuck in my craw. No guy is going to take it this easily. You know, they're sitting at the table together, and it's just like
Valentine's Day.
You know what,
Yeah,
Eddie?
Valentine's Day
I
is
actually
good.
disagree because I didn't think he took it that well. Because he doesn't really bless it. He never says, she's like, I got to. He doesn't say, go. You know,
to
go.
him, you know.
No, he's going to say, there's a whole movie about that guy. Who's he going to call? Right? What's he going to do when he goes back
Called
to the
Lost
hotel?
Highway.
Right? That's right, yeah. He's going to go back to the hotel. He's going to feel sick to his stomach, you know, but he's going to meet somebody because he's Bill Pullman. He's very handsome.
And he's the president 3 years later.
President 3 years
There
later.
you go. There you go. But this is also like capturing this moment of like modern dating, or it's trying to, right? Like he doesn't know how to approach women now, and Rob Reiner's telling him, oh, the women are gonna wanna pay, or there's a different kind of aggressiveness.
You call her up, you say, come on, let's get together, we'll look at swatches.
Call her on the phone. Say, come, let's look at swatches.
Yeah, you know, color schemes.
She's not going to see right through that.
No, you don't do it like I do it. You do it in your own suave way. Think Cary Grant.
And all of the like travel too, right? Like, you know, the idea that you would have long distance or somehow that you can make a relationship work, not necessarily with the boy or girl next door. It's
Yeah.
a fascinating look at how just the geography of dating was seen to be changing at that moment.
Also, like it's like you said, a time capsule of that particular moment, because now with smartphones, the internet, social media, that whole premise is ruined. There's
That's
no
right.
stakes.
That's right.
But this is like, if she doesn't go to the top of the Empire State Building, they might never.
They might
That's
never.
right.
They might never
big.
meet.
Big stakes.
Yeah, man, I do. I love this movie.
Me too. I
Love-
watch it every year.
Do you?
Do you?
So thanks for the excuse to watch it again.
Let's toast again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Before we wrap up the evening. Let's see. Look
New
at this. See, I need it.
beginnings.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So
Happy
great
New
to
Year.
be with
Happy
all
New
of you.
Year.
Benjamin.
Happy New Year.
Let's do it
Happy New Year.
again.
This was our night of new beginnings, everybody. We were happy to bring it to you. It gave us an excuse to be together. Hope you were with. I get emotional. I'm just letting you guys know. Hope you were with people you care about as well. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Next on TCM, Diner, then Metropolitan, and later, Double Wedding. TCM gets good reception tonight.